We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. First play, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins now. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Here's Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. But down here, I thought they were good. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
First down, Heineke. To the right side and complete to Thomas. No gain, and it's second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing again on second down. Heineke. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One more time with Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Heineke with a third and goal. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3-point.
But the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing. Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The kick by Joseph is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there.
Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Heineke's throw taken in by Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Heineke. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's the toughest.
3rd and 7. Now Heineke. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Pass here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 38, that's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Heineke now. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Heineke. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Again, it's Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now Heineke. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's as they come up here 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Clawing back. They've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A toss left side for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Gibson again. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Set up.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's Heineke. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Sly able to put this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, normally you might
field almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. First down, here's the run with Cook. The solid stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
After gain of 8, brings up 2nd and 2 at the Commanders' 6-yard line.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now Cousins. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps.
It's just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking to throw, Heineke. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Cook again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. On second down, Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Into this one. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points.